Welcome back.
Thank you.
So, good to have you again. You are a chief, but I do know that your title is not from where you come from. You are a chief from, by the way, what's the name of your title? There are two chiefs, two titles that I understand that you have.
I have one, Ebuguzo, Ahaijege,
Mebuguzo.
Amaho. And then I have a second one, Onune Kuloha, Indiobio.
Sounds like saying, what does this sound like saying? The owner of the universe. that's the way it sounds.
Oh, well, by execution, yes, it's more like Minister of Information.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The spokesperson.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Where are these titles from?
Obio. Obio is in Delta State.
Okay.
Between Iseluku and Agbo, somewhere there.
Iseluku and Agbo, okay.
Or between Ogwashuku and Omonede.
Okay.
So that's where Obio is. And then Amano is in Imo State.
Okay.
Yes.
So how come you don't have a title where you come from?
There is a title in my family.
Oh,
you know, most of the titles in Edo titles are patrilineal. They go from father to first son, from first son to first son to first son. Yeah. So I have a title.
Resident in your family.
Esogban.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that is the title that is in my family. I am the head of the family because I'm the first son of the first son of the first son of the first son. But because I have not returned home finally,
okay.
I haven't done the investiture yet. So I am Esogban in waiting.
Since when has this been? When did your dad pass on?
Oh, my dad passed on in
96 or so?
95.
95.
Yes.
So how come you haven't, in our place, I think the right word for it is that you need to ban.
Yes. Yeah, like, because my father also did not take it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He didn't take it.
What
traditionally, I am the son of my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I go to the village and the elders are seated, of course I sit with the elders because I'm a chief.
Okay.
Okay.
But chief on account of your chieftaincy
my
outside?
Chieftaincies, yes.
Outside. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Okay. So it's
then,
recognized in your place as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But then they call me the son of Aimewau, my grandfather. They don't call me the son of Irabo, my father. So, and my understanding is because he didn't do that, you know how these.
But why didn't he do it? Are you privy to that information?
No, I had no idea. He was a headmaster. And,
yeah.
I think he was.
Your mom too was a teacher.
Yeah.
So you came from that home. Little wonder you know books so much.
Yes, and little wonder I didn't play football.
They wouldn't let you play football. You have to bury your head in book. Oh, okay. Okay.
I think that was why.
So, but it's been a while. How come you haven't gone to, is the word ratified? How come you haven't had it officially conferred on you?
Yeah, because it has to be conferred by the Onoje of Ekpoma.
Okay.
Because it's the Onoje of Ekpoma that confers chieftaincy titles in Iroekme.
Definitely.
Yeah. But then in Iroekme, there is something else you need to do also. You have to be initiated into the age grade of the elders.
Yes. Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I think that is the
Igbama. I think we call it Igbama where I come
where you
from.
come. Okay.
Igbama
Ewe.
or Dion. Igbama ni Here. Igbama, yeah, like that.
Well, in Erekma is Ewe.
Okay.
So I have to first do that and join the elders
Yeah.
before I now take the chieftaincy.
But I'm wondering, you're a man of means.
I've been
You're a
working.
man of
I've
means.
been working abroad.
You're a man of means.
Yes, I've been working abroad. That's so. That, I had the opportunity to have done it because I spent 6 years back to back at home.
During your election
the
bid.
years, yes.
But I'll come to election.
Yes,
I'll come to your political.
But I'm sure that right now, in the near future, we will do just that. I think we have come of age.
I'll guest with you just like you're guesting with me now.
Yeah,
I'll be invited, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we've come of age, so we should do that.
Okay, that's fine. Talking about chieftaincy title, that also means that to a large extent that you're a custodian of the African tradition, right? So I'd like to find out, do you, predominantly in Esan, across the Esanland, once a man is demised, from wherever you are, you might have been demised from across the globe, you're expected to be brought back home for burial. What's your take about that practice?
I think that culture does not lend itself to, when I speak about culture now, I'm talking about etymology. I'm not talking about social culture. Social culture is dynamic.
Yeah.
Because it moves with society. But the traditions of the people cannot be dynamic.
Wow.
Because tradition is tradition. It is cast in the experiences. It is tested and proved by the ancients. And so it cannot be modernized. To that extent, cultural norms that fall within the realm of tradition should be left as tradition. And cultural social behavior that has to do with interaction, then that can flow with the people. For instance, the traditional cloth in Isha is Igbu. And Igbu is worn as a wrap around, hedged on the shoulder. That is how it is.
Yeah.
And so you have a gap on the side. Now, if I were to wear Igbu and come into your studio and jettison Western clothes, I will be half naked. So it is possible with regard to social behavior to modernize culture. But if the tradition says that the father dies and the first son inherits the homestead and inherits the liabilities and assets of the father that is gone, you cannot modernize that. Because that is a system that has worked. It has worked socially, economically, and has its benefits that are proven over time. The same thing with the question you asked. Why is it that when daughters who are married to other tribes die, the corpse is returned home? Why is it that even when the men die outside the homestead, the corpse is returned home? Because traditionally, it is believed
that people live in home states. Recently, I have had the opportunity of interacting with some psychics. And they advance the thought that even in the hereafter, that people still live according to their families. So it is a translation of that tradition now recommends that corpses should be brought back. Do not forget that for the average African, the corpse is as important as the person. We do not consider corpses
as dry wood, like other cultures and traditions and climes would want us to believe. So we pay the same respect and attention to the corpse as we pay to the man or the woman. So I think that we should allow it to be so. However, in exceptions.
Okay, I was going to come to the exception.
However,
before you help with that exception, let me just pop in this little question. Because I was going to find out where, I think there will be a tiny line, where, for instance, in the times past, when a woman, when a patriarch dies, the wife is expected to get married within the family, if not to the first son of that patriarch that passed on. So I was thinking in my head, that's a tradition. Isn't that some form of repugnant to modern day thinking, so to modern day social living?
Now, like I said, marriage is a social behavior.
Marriage is a social behavior.
Even as a Christian and as a clergy, I preach that marriage is for the convenience of living here on earth. And so it is a personal choice who you decide to marry, because you make the commitment to live with the person for the rest of your life, no matter the circumstance. That is what marriage is. In heaven, there's no marriage. In death, there's no marriage. In fact, spirits have no sex.
So, but how about the belief by some folks that when you get to heaven, you will be, if you're so nice here, you do well here on earth, and when you get to heaven, you have like several virgins awaiting you. But it's okay, you shouldn't comment on that. I just leave that.
No. So look, like I said before, the rights of one person stops where the right of the other person starts.
Yeah.
So in practicing tradition, where it infringes on the fundamental human rights of a person, where it is repugnant to natural justice and equity, of course, definitely, it becomes a matter that is justiciable. And there are customary courts when people think that tradition and custom has been unfair to them. But basically, I have never seen a family where the wife of a deceased was forced to marry anybody. No, I've never seen.
Maybe not in modern times.
Well, I have lived in modern times all my life.
Is that right? That's a good way to leave that subject of culture and tradition. Thank you so much. I'm having a good one, today. I go on a little break and then I'll be right back. Hope you're having a good one today once again.